What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You know, to say that I didn't see this coming is an understatement. Apparently, this relationship between Lamar Odom and Sabrina Parr is over. She has went public. Let's see if I can find a post. She went public with this post here. She went public with this post right here. And if you don't see it, it's basically a breakup post. She's basically telling everyone that her and Lamar are over, even though these two are apparently building something together. When the going got tough, she got out of there. And I think a lot of people saw this coming. A lot of people knew she wasn't in it for the long haul. You knew Lamar Odom had issues, and you decided to break up with him anyway. I got two different articles here. All right. And Lamar could be using again. And I told y'all that this quarantine was tough on a lot of people. And we see it now. But let's get to this TMZ article. Okay. It says Lamar Odom's fiance says she called off their engagement and is raising new concerns that he's backsliding in life. Y'all know I'm honest and transparent, so I have to be the first to let you guys know that I am no longer engaged to Lamar, Sabrina Parr posted Wednesday night on IG. This has been a difficult decision for me to make, but it is the best for myself and my children. Here's the troubling part. Lamar has some things that he alone needs to work through, Parr said. I love him dearly, but I am no longer able to be by his side while he seeks the help he so desperately needs. Isn't this why you decided to be with Lamar? Wasn't this a project of you, Sabrina Parr? Wasn't this a situation where you wanted to help Lamar? You wanted to save him from himself? Everybody knew Lamar had issues. Everybody knew Lamar was struggling. Everybody knew that Lamar, it was going to take a lot of time to really get this guy going back, get him going in the right direction. But see, the thing was this, she had isolated this guy from everybody. I made a video a while back about how his own daughter's even speaking out about his situation. She isolated Lamar to the point to where he had nobody else but her. He really didn't have a support system. You were his only support system. So when things got tough, you got to going. Why? Because you've now built your platform. She went from having less than 100,000 followers to now having over 200,000 followers. You go on her page right now. There's no photos of Lamar. She's completely wiped this guy from her life, and that's sad. It really is, because it seemed to me that you just used this guy. Now again, Lamar is an adult. He chose to be with her, but it looks to me that she just used this guy. That's how it's looking. Okay? Because everybody knew this guy had issues. Y'all got to understand, there was a woman that Lamar was working with who was helping to get him on the right track. Lamar left that woman to be with Sabrina. And now that he's having issues now all of a sudden she wants to dump him. That's crazy, but it's not unexpected. Let's get back to this article. Parr did not specify what she's concerned about, but Odom's issues are no secret. He struggled with substance situation over the years and nearly was taken from this earth from an OD during a 2015 incident at a Nevada place. I wish him all the best, and I'm asking that you pray for everyone involved, Parr added. The 40-year-old Odom had proposed to Parr, a fitness and life coach, at a restaurant in Miami back in November while dining with pal Nene Leakes. They had only been dating for 3 months at the time, but felt there was a connection. Before that, Odom was famously married to Khloe Kardashian. And now he's single again. He's single again because, again, the going got tough. And when it did, she got out of there. She got what she wanted. She basically used him, is what it looks like. Now, again, he can have issues. But when you've isolated this guy to where he's only with you. He's only there for, you're the only one there for him. You've isolated him from his family. You isolated from the people that was helping to rehab not only his reputation but his life. And now you want to leave. This is not a good look. It really isn't. Now let's look at this article. Former NBA star Lamar Odom and fiance Sabrina Parr have called off their engagement. The 33-year-old trainer took to her Instagram to announce that she made the difficult decision to break things off with Odom due to the fact the two-time NBA champion needs to personally attend to his issues alone. Lamar, the last thing Lamar Odom needs is to be alone. He needs a support system. He needs people around him who actually care about him, who are not just with him for attention and clout, who actually care about his well-being. That is what he needs. People who deal with substance issues, they need a support system. They don't just need one individual person. They don't need to be left alone. Now, again, she could have been trying to get him on the right path and he could have been veering away from it. But when you isolate somebody from everybody around them just so you could have control over them, which is what she had complete control over Lamar. And now that things aren't going, according to her, things aren't going the way that she wants them to. Now all of a sudden you want to break up with him. That's crazy. You've had control over his life since y'all started dating. Okay, I already read that. Let's see. Let me read this. Y'all know how I'm honest and transparent, so I have to be the first to let you guys know. I read that. The couple was originally set to get married in November of 2021 after the former NBA athlete proposed to Parr last year, which was a mistake. Now, Odom and Parr have been seen together on social media frequently, especially over the summer when they spent their quarantine months together. The couple even announced in August that their initial plan was to get married before the winter of next year. Though Odom has battled through different issues in the past, it is unclear what Parr was specifically referring to, leaving everyone speculating. Lamar Odom's last marriage was in 2009 when he tied the knot with Khloe Kardashian. And you're gonna basically just leave this guy high and dry. You're gonna leave this guy. Y'all gotta understand. If she cared about him so much, why did you wipe photos of him from your social media? Why are you acting like you were never with him? You're back to posting up thirst traps, looking for the next guy. You probably have already met the next guy. Lamar Odom should not be alone. Lamar Odom needs a system around him because he cannot function by himself. And the thing is that he had that system before he got with Sabrina. But Sabrina saw an opportunity to build her own brand and she took it. And people were warning Lamar about her, but he didn't listen. He pushed those people away. Now those people look like they had the right intentions for his situation, to be honest with Lamar and say, listen, this woman does not have your best interest at heart. And now it looks like it, because how come you go from in August, you're readying your plans to be married, and then a couple months later you breaking up with him? And trust me, this ain't a mutual situation. This is her separating herself from him, her rationalizing it. She's been in control of that relationship since it started. You didn't know that he would have, you should have known that this was going to be a long-term project. Lamar Odom was not going to turn things around quick. Maybe she thought so. She saw Lamar was getting on the right track, and she said, oh, okay, so he's getting on the right track. There's an opportunity for me to be able to utilize the platform that he has to boost myself up. And that's what she did. And she has no issues leaving this guy high and dry, because it wasn't about her. It wasn't about him. It was about her. And this is just, it's sad that you're just going to leave this guy alone. That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is leave this guy alone to his own devices. But see, she's only thinking about herself and her brand and trying to build herself up. People have been talking about how she was the wrong fit for him for months. He turned on his own family to be with her. Turned against the other life coaches that were helping him. There was a female who was helping him get him in the right path. He just up and left her, stopped dealing with her, just to get with Sabrina. Just so Sabrina can have control over the situation. But to me, I'm telling y'all, this is something that I knew would happen. This is something I knew would happen. And you're going to leave Lamar Odom to be by himself, something that does not need to happen. Lamar needs a system around him. Lamar needs people around who actually care about him. Lamar thought you cared about him. He may still care about her, but see, she thinks she has control over him still. She has convinced herself and him that the best thing for both of them is if she leaves him alone, wipe her social media, and act like he doesn't exist. That's the worst thing for Lamar. That is the worst thing for Lamar. Lamar needs people around him who genuinely care about him, who are genuinely there for him, not people who are just there to use him. Now, again, we don't know what exactly is going on. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe Lamar wanted the divorce. Maybe he's dealing with other women. But how you go from, you see, this is why marriages don't work anymore. Or relationships in general don't work anymore. Because as soon as things get tough, the women are out. They're not willing to stay in a relationship to fight it out. This is why relationships don't work anymore, because you have a lot of women like Sabrina Parr who's always looking for a way out. They have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They're already plotting their exit. If he's going through issues, you don't have to make a public announcement that you're separating from him. What you could have done, Sabrina, is you could have kept it private and just said, you know what, we're pushing the marriage back a little bit, but everything is fine. But no, you don't do that. What you do is you publicly tell everybody you don't want to be with this guy anymore. That's what you did. By making this announcement. You're making this announcement just so you could tell, so you can let all these other dudes know who probably been trying to still get with you, that you're single and available. Because that's what it looks like. It looks to me that she's sending that signal out that she's single and available to deal with other men. Because when I see women make public declarations like this and then say, well, I still care about this person, they're just sending that signal. Go look at her last post on Instagram. It tells you everything you need to know. She's looking for the next guy, man. It could be a temporary situation. But again, this is something that I could see coming a mile away. And hopefully Lamar Odom is able to get people around him who are genuinely there to try to help him, because he is going to need it.